This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for May 20th, 2026. Beartooth just announced their 2026 headlining U.S. tour dates with Don Bracco, Magnolia Park, and Wind Waker. The Pure Ecstasy Tour is going to kick off in Boston, Massachusetts on November 11th at the MGM Music Hall at Fenway. Tickets go on sale this Friday, May 22nd at 10 a.m. The Who have announced their forthcoming third full-length album, Hun, set for release on July 24th via Better Noise Music. Alongside the announcement on the album, they've unleashed the new single called Lost Soul, featuring Johnny Hawkins from Nothing More. The Who are spending the summer out on the Freaks on Parade tour, with Orgy opening up for Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson. A 99-year-old woman has been recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records for becoming the oldest person to crowd surf at a concert. 99-year-old Pauline Kano was born in August of 1926 and is famous online as the Gangster Granny, all because of her grandson, Ross Smith, who has amassed nearly 25 million followers on TikTok. The crowd surfing took place at a Bradley Gilbert concert at Austin County Fairgrounds in Texas. The crowd chanted, "Granny, Granny." She said, quote, "I did it. I'm the greatest of all time." Her grandson said, quote, "Thanks to all of you 20,000 people for making this happen. I still have chills listening to that Granny chant. What an iconic and funny moment." Avenged Sevenfold have announced that they are now functioning entirely as an independent band. The band making the announcement on May 19th that they've purchased back the master recordings and rights to their 7th studio album, The Stage, and their 2017 live album, Live at the Grammy Museum. The Stage wound up in a lawsuit between the band and Warner Brothers Records. The case never made it to trial, and both parties instead reached a settlement out of court that would allow Avenged Sevenfold to pursue their own path. As it turns out, that path included a somewhat brief stint with Capitol Records. The band saying, "We're happy to announce that we have purchased back the master recordings and rights to The Stage and Live at the Grammy Museum. We want to bring this to your attention because you may need to re-add it to your playlist if it doesn't appear on your streaming services. Also, our deluxe edition now includes Live from Capitol Records Rooftop, a 4-song performance." After 26 years, Avenged Sevenfold is now a fully independent band. Iron Maiden lead vocalist Bruce Dickinson and his multimedia saga, The Mandrake Project, is set to expand further with a new graphic novel set for release in October. Z2 Comics will be publishing the endeavor, with pre-orders now available at z2comics.com. In the middle of his 2025 solo tour across North America, Bruce Dickinson was simultaneously hard at work crafting the next volume of his critically acclaimed graphic novel saga, The Mandrake Project. This next installation is sure to send readers reeling, as everything they thought they knew about the world of Necropolis and Dr. Lazarus is turned upside down as a second book descends deeper into the world of surreal and mystical madness. Bruce Dickinson said, quote, "This one really gets weird." After bringing the fictional metal band Cold Slither to life from the 80s animated series G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Hasbro is diving back into the world of heavier music for a reimagined version of the 1986 big screen debut of another of their 80s animated series, The Transformers the Movie. Like Cold Slither, Gus Rios, Ross Sewage, and Matt Harvey are serving as the house band of sorts, appearing here under the moniker of the Knights of Unicron. The official soundtrack gets released on July 24th, featuring artists like Sebastian Bach and Kerry King. In a new interview, Mike Mushak from Stained was asked if fans can expect to see the band's 9th studio album anytime soon, saying, quote, "Yes, it's done. Yes, I have to redo. I just have my demo guitars and bass on there, so that's it. We finished making a couple of festival appearances, so I get home for a week, and the week after we go into the studio. I'm going to finish my guitars, bass, and then it'll be mixed, but it probably won't be out until next year." With the new rock and roller coaster starring the Muppets officially opening up at Disney's Hollywood Studios on May 26th, the transformation of this corner of Sunset Boulevard is nearly complete. The new courtyard area where fans will wait to ride the ride We'll have a music loop featuring 34 songs, blending classic and contemporary rock with several Electric Mayhem originals woven throughout. The track listing includes songs from Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, The Go-Go's, U2, INXS, Paramore, Creed, Def Leppard, Avril Lavigne, Muse, Yellowcard, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Pink, Radiohead, Van Halen, Blondie, Reliant K, The Warning, The Strokes, Greta Van Fleet, Heart, Rush, Earth, Wind and Fire, Bowling for Soup, Generation X, Young the Giant, Twisted Sister, The Foo Fighters, My Chemical Romance, The Black Keys, and more. And Travis Barker, Louder Than Fear, a raw and redemptive portrait of a legendary artist, drummer, and producer, is going to make its world premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival on Saturday, June 13th at 8 p.m. The screening will be followed by a special conversation with Travis Barker. The documentary is going to debut August 13th on Hulu and Disney+. The description of the movie says, quote, after surviving a devastating plane crash that nearly took his life, legendary and electrifying drummer Travis Barker embarks on a raw and redemptive journey. Once a trash collector in Laguna Beach, his life changed when he stepped in as the replacement for Blink-182's drummer, igniting a meteoric rise that would make him the driving pulse of a generation. Yet beneath the spectacle of fame, the film reveals a complex man battling pain, grief, and the thin line between survival and surrender. Featuring appearances from collaborators, cultural icons, and those closest to him, this is the story of a man behind the tattoos, a tribute to those who keep going when the music almost stops. Legendary Black Sabbath guitarist Tony Iommi and Birmingham City Football Club chairman Tom Wagner are among the recipients of this year's Lord Mayor's Award, celebrating exceptional contributions to Birmingham. The awards were presented by the Lord Mayor of Birmingham at the council's annual general meeting yesterday afternoon. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 311, featuring wrestler Scott Gordon, otherwise known as Scotty Too Hottie, is available now.